Hey y'all. So I'm gonna start this group. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. So what we have today is the healing vibration, 432 hertz, playing in the background. And we're gonna talk about codependency, baby. Codependency. And the importance of recognizing the signs. Like I said, I have these little sheets here. I got these little sheets, and I'm just gonna start off by reading a couple of things. But I want to start off by sharing my own codependent experiences. So I was in a codependent relationship with my daughter's father, and also I have some codependency problems with my mom. And I literally called her yesterday and just yelled at her on the phone and said, "Don't help me anymore." And then I needed her like 5 minutes later. So I'm trying to work on my shit. Okay. so so with codependency, you have to recognize the signs, because the signs are always there, but a lot of narcissists hide in codependent relationships, and that's one thing that you have to understand, because it gives them a sense of control, and it gives them a sense of feeling above. So one thing that can get you into a codependent relationship is low self-esteem. Another thing is people pleasing and poor boundaries. I feel like I had all three, and whenever I would work on my self-esteem, the people who were, my ex would do something to break it back down, to keep me at a level where I was still controllable. So, and again, poor boundaries is a very, very clear indication of a codependent relationship. And it's one of those things that people will try to guilt trip you. Narcissists will try to guilt trip you into breaking those boundaries just for them. And the thing with boundaries, you have to keep that for everybody. And even your children, everybody has to have the same boundaries in order for them to be implemented and in order for them to be properly functioning. So another thing that is a indication of codependency is caretaking. And one of those things that I feel like my mom is one of the things I feel like my mom is towards me, because I'm her daughter, and it's things like that. But one other thing that is very important that I feel like a lot of people are in codependent relationships is the other person having control over you. Because when I got into a relationship with my ex, I was not in the best position, and he knew that. Like I said, he visits the club. He knows all these people. He converses and he has sex with all these people. So he knew what I was going through, and he knows he knows details of my life. So instead of seeing it as an opportunity to help someone, he saw it as an opportunity to control someone and to be this dominant force in my life. And unfortunately, I didn't realize, because like I said, I did not have anybody sit and tell me what's good, what's bad. I honestly took people's word for what it was, like a dumbass. And instead of having them show me who they were. And I got into a 3-year-long codependent relationship in between him and my mom. And that bounce back and forth was very hard on me and very hard on my child. And it was also very hard on my mom, because she understood what type of relationship I was in, because she was in it previously. So it's one of those things where you can have a codependent relationship where someone's trying to help, like my mom, and you can have a codependent relationship where someone wants to control. So there's two opposite spectrums of codependency. And codependency, not all times, is viewed in a bad way, but what I was doing was, like I said, bouncing in between two points, two trauma points. One was my mom, one was my ex, and I had a child bouncing with me at the same time. So like I said, it's two spectrums to codependency. It doesn't make one better than the other because it's still a codependent relationship, and it still needs to be addressed, and it still needs to be worked through daily so that you can be an independent person. Because that's one thing I want more than anything in the world, is to be on my own tip, okay? And I'm going to read some more from this paper. Another sign of a codependency is dysfunctional communication, obsessions, dependency, of course, and denial. Denial in a sense that a narcissist who knows what they're doing in this codependent relationship will say things like, oh, I'm always here for you. I'm here, I do so much for you. And what you have to realize is that that person does so much for a reason, to keep you in control, to keep you in line, baby, okay? And another one is problems with intimacy and painful emotions. These are all clear indications of codependency. And these are all things that we have to work through. And not necessarily, it doesn't always mean that you're a bad person, and you shouldn't feel bad for being in a codependent relationship. Because like I said, had I had somebody teach me life and teach me how to properly grow and cultivate genuine friendships and genuine relationships, I'll be in a whole different level right now, a whole different level. But God put me here for a reason, so I could see the signs, so I could see things and hopefully help other people see things. So I want to read a little bit of this book, Woulda, Coulda, Shoulda, that I actually got at a thrift store, which was a beautiful, beautiful thrift store. I highly recommend this book. If you could find this book, it's a very, very, very old print, but I've been flipping and reading passages, and they all hit heavy, okay? So I'm going to read this short little excerpt. Dr. Bauer's studies explain why your friends are impatient when you don't immediately follow their advice, just forget about it. Forgetting what happened seems quite a simple matter to them, because it would be simple for them to forget about your problem, that is. It wouldn't be so easy if it was their problem. So what you have to realize is codependency can come in the form of friendships, it can come in the form of relationships, and it can also come in the form of your parents. And one thing that I was desperately trying to do was actually be an actual adult finally. But I had people in my life who were hell-bent on keeping me in a codependent cycle because I could be monitored and looked after. And I have a worksheet about positive self-talk. And I'm going to take a picture of all these, and I'm going to post them later. I'm probably going to post it under this video if you want to get it and read everything, because it's very long, and I don't want to read everything myself. So positive self-talk and coping thoughts is an actual worksheet. So one thing that you can do to help build up your self-esteem and help build up this idea of self-worth and self-love and just honestly self-care as well. I'm going to read a couple of these, and then I'm going to throw in some statements that you can also use. Okay. Stop and breathe. I can do this. This will pass. I can be anxious, angry, and sad and deal with this. I have done this before and I can do it again. This feels bad, it will pass. This feels bad, and feelings are often wrong. These are just feelings, they will go away. This won't last forever. Short-term pain for long-term gain. I can feel bad and still choose to take a new and healthy direction. That's one of the very important ones that I wanted to address because it's very important to realize that choosing yourself should never be a problem to anyone who's trying to help you. And the one sign that you can definitely see who's a narcissist and who's not is if you try to do things yourself and they try to tell you that you're not ready, you can't do this, you need help, but also their help keeps you in that codependent cycle where they can control you. That is a very, very hard thing to get out of. Like I said, I was in it for 3 years, bouncing in between my mother and my ex. So with a child on top of it. So it's one of those things that you have to address and you have to try to work through, because if you don't, you will be in that cycle forever, and you'll teach your children to be in that cycle, and then so on and so forth. So I would like to read this little poem by Lyssa TerKeurst. It's from a book called Unglued. We are to think about, ponder, and park our minds on constructive thoughts, not destructive thoughts. Thoughts that build us up, not tear us down. Thoughts that breathe life into us, not suck life from us. Thoughts that lead us to peace, not anxiety. And I feel like, I honestly feel that my anxiety came from the relationship that I was in, because he always told me, I'm not ready to do this, I'm not ready for this, that, but you have to, it has to be a point where you choose yourself, because anyone who wants to keep you close like that has their own codependency issues. And I feel like narcissists love codependent relationships because they're the easiest to control. They're so easy. You can find someone who's struggling, and like I was, and say, oh, I'm just here to help. I'm here to, help make sure you're good. And then 2 years later, you're still in the same position, but now you have more shit. Now I was still in the same position. Now I had a baby and a relationship to take care of. You see what I'm saying? So recognize what's real help and what's not. That's the first sign. Recognize who's really real and who's not. And once you start to analyze the people that are in your life and analyze people who put themselves in these helper positions, you start to realize that they're full of shit. Okay, because if you're at the same level that you were years ago when they said they was going to help you, something's not right. Something's not right there. Because if you have somebody constantly in your ear feeding you low self-esteem just to keep you in a codependent cycle, that ultimately is what keeps you at that level. And I honestly felt like when I was leveling up, people kept trying to bring me down from in my family and outside my family. And that's the saddest part, when your family aligns with people outside of the world who don't know you, never met you, that it hurts a little bit different, it really does. But unfortunately, I had to go through that to realize my own strength and to realize who the fuck I was, okay? And one thing that I'm going to touch on, hold on one second, before I leave, I have so many materials. Hold up. Ooh, here we go. 12 ways you can love yourself right now. I feel like this is a perfect way to close this out. And like I said, I'm going to take a picture of every material that I pulled out. I'm going to take a picture of. So 12 ways you can love yourself right now. Number 1, stop all criticism. Criticism never changes a thing. Refuse to criticize yourself. Accept yourself exactly as you are. Everybody changes. When you criticize yourself, your changes are negative. When you approve yourself, your changes are positive. Number 2, forgive yourself. Let the past go. You did your best you could at the time with the understanding and the knowledge that you had. You are growing and changing, and you will live life differently. Number 3, don't scare yourself. Stop terrorizing yourself with thoughts. It's a dreadful way to be. Find a mental image that gives you pleasure and immediately switch your scary thoughts into a pleasure thought. Number 4, be gentle and kind and patient. Be gentle with yourself. Be kind to yourself. Be patient with yourself as you learn the new ways of thinking. Treat yourself as you would someone you already loved. And this is very key for codependent relationships, because when we're not kind to ourselves, we can fall back into that relationship very easily. Number 5 is be kind to your mind. Self-hatred is only hating your own thoughts. Don't hate yourself for having the thoughts. Gently change your thoughts. Praise yourself. Number 6. Criticism breaks down the inner spirit. Praise builds it up. Praise yourself as much as you can. Tell yourself you are doing every little thing. Tell yourself how you're doing with every little thing. Number 7, support yourself. Find ways to support yourself. Reach out to friends and allow them to help you. It is being strong to ask for help when you need it. Number 8, be loving to your negatives. Acknowledge that you create them and fulfill a need. Now you are finding new positive ways to fulfill those needs. So lovingly release the old negative patterns. Okay? Take care of your body is number 9. Learn about nutrition. What kind of fuel does your body need in order to have optimum energy and vitality? Learn about exercise. What kind of exercise do you enjoy? Cherish and revere the temple you live in, baby. Now, number 10 is do mirror work. Look into your eyes often. Express growing... I don't know why I'm stumbling on my words. Express this growing sense of love you have for yourself. Forgive yourself while looking into the mirror. Talk to your parents and or support person while looking into the mirror. I'm talking to y'all. That's who I got. Forgive them too. At least once a day. Say, I love you. I really love you. I love you. And number 11, love yourself. Do it now. Don't wait until you get well or lose weight or get the new job or find the new relationship. Begin now and do the best you can. And number 12 is to have fun. Remember, things that give you joy as a child, incorporate them into your life now. Find a way to fun in everything that you do. Let yourself express the joy of living. Smile, laugh, rejoice, and the universe rejoices with you, baby. Now that is all read and done, I want to close out with a meditation that I learned in therapy. Okay. So what you're going to do is actually cross your dominant leg over your non-dominant leg. And you can be sitting down. If you're sitting, just find a chair. And what you're going to do is fold your arms down with your thumbs down. Cross your arm over. Lock your hands and pull it into your chest. And this is called the pretzel, I think it's called. So as you sit and you let these healing vibrations in, We're going to take a deep breath in and out. In and out. And breathe in and breathe out. And what you're going to do is go back to a pleasant memory that you have, a beautiful memory full of smiles and love. And if you feel yourself straying from a beautiful memory, just take another deep breath and try to find that positive feeling, that good feeling that you had. And just take deep breaths in and out. And you have to allow the healing vibrations to enter into every pore of your body. As you hear the music, feel it engulf around you. And as you breathe in, you inhale every tone, every healing tone. And as you breathe out, you breathe out all the bullshit, all the negativity, all things that are not healing. So breathe in the music. Breathe out the bullshit. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. I want you to feel all the music. Feel every single tone spinning around you. Feel it engulfing every pore. Every healing tone is here to help, and it's removing everything that is not healing. It's uprooting and removing all things that are not in alignment with this healing vibration. And as you mentally go to that positive place, try to keep that memory up in the surface as you go throughout your day. If you ever get triggered by people, places, and things, remember this motion and remember that positive memory, and it will help you. It will help you stay centered and help you stay balanced throughout the day. So that is all that I wanted to share with you guys. And like I said, I'm going to take a picture of all the materials that I have and post it underneath this video. Okay. So I hope you guys start your day beautiful, start it in alignment, and I'm going to see you later. Bye.